Guys, things have been so crazy around here, I didn't even realize that the race of gentlemen is like a week away. That being said, I also didn't realize that I haven't messed with this FXR since we took her on that poker run and she started having some leaking issues. So in this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, we're gonna give this girl a little love so she can cruise the streets up there in Wildwood for TROG. Alright guys, so for those of you that don't know, the Race of Gentlemen, or TROG as it's come to be known, is when Wildwood, New Jersey opens their doors to the motorcycle community, the hot rod community, and they actually have drag racing for like pre-war motorcycles and cars, like so Model A's and old flatty Harleys and stuff, on the beach. If you pay attention to the intro for this channel, there's one clip of some bikes racing across the beach. They're actually on the sand, 20 feet from the water. You know, there's times where even during the racing, they gotta move the track over because the tide comes in, you know. It's super cool. Everything's like super nostalgic. There's a big swap meet on Friday. There's a bike show on Friday night. There's races all day Saturday and Sunday. There's a bonfire Saturday night. It's just old school, cool. It's just awesome. It used to be in June, which was a little warm, you know, and it was like in the height of the summertime fun of Wildwood. So it was just packed, you know, and it was crazy. So they moved it till October, which is like the first week in October where everything is pretty much closing down. So it's just hot rod motorcycle guys there. Not nearly as crowded, not nearly as hot, and perfect beach and bonfire weather. So what more can you ask for? So all that being said, why am I taking the FXR? Solid question. Should be taking that guy, and I want to. I just haven't done anything with it, and I could probably get it to fire up, maybe, but it wouldn't be reliable, and I'm not riding that thing. Well, I'm not riding either one of them, to be honest with you, all the way up to Jersey. My initial plan, I wanted the shovel head going. Kevin had bought a shovel head, which he's since sold. He just wasn't feeling the vibe, which is fine. But, and we were going to do that. We're going to bring them up there and put them in the show and just have a lot of fun. Now, we couldn't race them because they're way past, when I say pre-war, I'm talking World War II. So obviously it's a 74. A little too new. A lot too new. But, so the show at the Ben's Motor Lodge the night before, Friday night, is mainly shovel head choppers and that kind of thing. There's some older stuff, but, and then outside is like all the way down the road. It's crazy. It's just awesome. But he doesn't have a shovel head. If you ask Kevin, neither do I. Even though there it is. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up there and just enjoy it like we did 2 years ago. They didn't have it last year. But we want to be able to ride. And as we already know, Kevin's bagger's not doing the greatest, right? It's, we're about to pull her apart here once we get some parts. But the FXR is up. So what better than we take the FXRs up there. So we're gonna do something I hate doing, and I hate admitting it, especially on camera. But yeah, we're gonna trailer them up. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But not a whole lot of people would take a 30-year-old motorcycle that, well, I did a lot of work on this and Kevin built his from scratch. It's a pretty ballsy move to just, you know, shoot on up there. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna put them both in the trailer, and when we get up there, we're gonna cruise them all over the place as much as we can, or until one of them breaks, or whatever. and then trailer them back down. What are you gonna do? That's what we're doing. But the way mine is right now, it ain't even doing that. So we'll get to work, fix a couple things I gotta take care of with this guy. Completely off topic, but remember I said things are getting crazy around here? This is what we got going on. We got cement trucks now setting the parking brake and rolling into the damn truck. Look at this. This thing doesn't really, parts all falling off when we open the door. I'm a bigger guy, man. It's a little tight, you know? So she's about to go in the body shop for a little bit. And the silver lining is, now Kevin's got to drive up to Jersey. Alright guys, so we've got a couple things we're looking at in this thing. It shouldn't be too crazy. Number one, if you guys remember when we went on the poker run, I came down here to jump on the bike and that tire was flat. And you can kind of tell it is again. So I've been putting air in it, and then it just goes right back out. So obviously it's leaking. Great troubleshooting, right? Pretty sure it's the valve stem. So the problem I had getting a valve stem for this thing, Monoron, is crazy. So they had to order it, and even the place they got it was crazy. It was like, I went to Harley. They had to order it from a different Harley dealer. They had limited amounts. I don't know why it was this hard, and now it's leaking. So I'm pretty sure that's where it's coming from. We're gonna check that out, and you can see the carb was leaking on there, and then see the oil filter here. Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. That's kind of a known problem. This one here is a 91. 92, they changed it and they put it in the front of the motor. Not quite as far as that one is, but that kind of idea. I kind of want to keep it where it is, so we're going to see if we can fix that. Because that, like I said, known problem, that bracket breaks, or I guess the screw gets, stripped out or whatever. So we'll look at that. Really, there's not too much else. There's a couple little leaks in this one on the primary. So that's why I got but it's not terrible, and we're not going to really sweat it. So there are some other things I want to do on this bike after, when I put it away for the winter type of thing, which I really don't do down here. But you can't really tell on camera, but this thing is pitted and cracked and whatnot. It's some aftermarket cheapo chrome. I have a factory one, whatever, stock one, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably polish that up and put that on. Compliments to Kevin. If you ask John, this guy needs adjusted because apparently it gets him right in the eyes. I'd like to, maybe put a speedometer on this, speedometer cable. I bought the longest one they make. It don't fit. Probably because of these ridiculous risers I have on here. But I love them, so I don't care. And kind of got to clock these back a little bit. I think the clutch cable might need, it's a little lubed or changed or something. Kevin was nice enough to add. First off, this is what he thinks of the Dodge. Yeah, he added that. So here's the FXR. So we did yep. So that's pretty much what we got there. So we're back looking at the list, guys. Like I said before, the list, we weren't using the list, and that's what screwed us. So we're going to use the list on this guy, fix the problems we got on it, and go have some fun. And I'm thinking if this works out well, I'm going to come back motivated to do the same on that guy. Alright guys, so I aired the tire up. So now we'll spray a little bit on here and see if we can see some bubbles. I ain't seeing no bubbles. Well, I guess I'll look around a little more. I'm hoping it's not. Hopefully I didn't pick something up because this tire, look at it, it's still got the little knobbies on there, Well, we'll see. I'll take a look and bring it back when I figure something out. Look guys, I sprayed it around the bead. See the spot right there. Spot right there. Spot right there. My own spot right there. So the bead's not set, which we did have a problem with in the beginning. Had this tire put on, local guy, and so you got like a little line right here, kind of runs all the way around. It wasn't wanting to set. We messed with it, got it to set, but and it was fine for like months. And then it sat. I think it sat, lost a little bit of air, and then lost the bead again. So probably gonna pull this thing off, bring it up to Harley, and we'll have to wait till Tuesday, see if they can knock it out like in one day. Because if not, I guess I gotta bring an air compressor with me. Oh, that's ghetto. Hopefully they can knock it out. All right, guys. So here we're under the bike. Got the little filter here. See that little hole there, right? This little guy goes into there, and a screw comes from the top and holds it in. So that's all we gotta do here. But the inside of this little guy, it gets stripped out sometimes. So what I'm gonna do is, hopefully that's not the issue. So I'm gonna put a whole bunch of Loctite in it and torque it down, well, till about 3 foot-pounds before it's gonna strip. Hopefully that works. Well, guys, I fished the bolt out with a magnet so I could run it in here first to make sure it's not stripped. And here we go. Oh yeah, fun fact, it's left-handed thread, so that's pretty dope. But see, it runs in there. She's good to go. So that's good news there too. So we got double good news. This isn't stripped out, so we'll just put some Loctite on it and reinstall, torque it down, and we should be all set. And then with the tire, it's probably just needs a bead reset. So hopefully win-win. Like I said, I fished the bolt out with a magnet because it actually goes down in here under the starter, and there's a little plate back in there and a hole it goes through. So that's how I got it out. But to tighten it, it's a lot easier. If you come back here, you kind of, where's it at? Between like the swing arm. I'll show you when I go to do it, because it's kind of a pain in the, you come between the swing arms and the horns in there, and it's tight. But you can get like a reachy ratchet in there, and once you start it and tighten it up, and don't forget it's left-handed thread. Well, mine's left-handed thread, and I've heard there's some that are right, but I think that's like aftermarket stuff that's right-handed thread. Mine's definitely factory, and it's left-handed. So it's a little tricky. If you go the wrong way, obviously it can just piss you off, but we know this ahead of time. We know ours isn't stripped, so it's just a matter of playing this little game. It's gonna be pretty sweet. All right, guys, well, I'm not gonna jinx it yet, but it looks like get the tire, the bead reset on the tire, and we know that housing's not stripped, which is cool. I do have a spare one, but I'd rather not take it all apart. If I could just reinstall it, it'd be better. Little Loctite, tighten her up. That's gonna be one of those things though. Either, the first time, boom, it goes right in and you're done, or they're like forever. Which one you guys think it's gonna be? We're gonna find out tomorrow, because Megan's making dinner, and you guys know how I feel about that. So we're gonna lock it up tonight, shoot up to the house, nice little Sunday night, a little dinner, and tomorrow after work, I'm gonna come back and finish it. And Jimbo, I'm gonna be back tomorrow because I'm on a deadline. I got no choice. See you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, next day, and I'm back down the shop. Jimbo, I made it, right? Can you believe it? Like I said, I really don't have a choice. It's I'm on a deadline. So what we're gonna do today is, it's actually a beautiful day out. I got a bunch of daylight left after getting home from work. even with the short little nap I took. But that's besides the point. So we're gonna take this thing up by the house. I'm gonna wash it. Because looking at the rest of my schedule the rest of this week, it's probably the last chance I got to wash it. And she's dirty. So I'm figuring I'll wash it, shoot back down here with it, dry it off, maybe a little wax on her. I might wait till tomorrow to do that, we'll see. Depends on when dinner's ready, you know how that goes. But yeah, so I figured I'd do that, and then once it's cleaned and in the shop, I can kind of little mess with the you know, the oil filter here and wax it over there and whatever. Because this is like it's just the last chance I have to do it. I don't know why I'm carrying on about washing a bike. But I'm probably not going to film that. Just because I don't think you guys want to see a 40-something-year-old dude washing a motorcycle. It's kind of weird. I think I'll just give you like the before and after. That makes more sense, right? Yeah, it's probably a solid plan. Well, you're welcome, guys. Because I spared you watching me wash this motorcycle. But look at that. I forgot how this thing shines. It had oil, like a sheen of oil over it from those leaks, which I think we got them all. And there's dusty and just look at that, huh? And I haven't waxed it yet. So I washed it, dried it real quick with a towel, ripped it down the road to get the rest of the water out of this, you know, the nooks and crannies, and put it back in here. We're gonna let it sit overnight because dinner's ready, and you guys know me. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'll be back down here tomorrow, and we'll fix that oil filter, which is, well, it's just a matter of fishing things around. I got the bolt back in there, but well, let's just say I didn't get it on the first try like I was hoping, so we maybe the 12th. We'll see. We'll try that tomorrow. Put some wax on this thing, and we'll be ready to go. So I finally got in touch with Harley too, and the closest opening they got to get, even if I take the tire off and bring it to them, is like October 15th. Today's the 28th of September. Do the math. 2 weeks and some change. So yeah, I guess that's what happens when you wait till the last minute to do shit. Probably should have done it a while ago. Maybe I should have bought that tire machine. Huh. Okay, anyways. So I'm just going to go to Jersey with a little compressor and make sure it's good so I can get some riding in. When I get back, now this is the plan. When I get back, I'll worry about that. I got a couple of things, and we'll talk about that at the end of this episode here. But yeah, those things are all going to wait until next time. The rest of the list that Kevin put on the board over there because, because I procrastinated. I've been busy, guys. Come on, give me a break, all right? All right, dinner's ready. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Today is the day before the day. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Jersey bound. Me, Kevin, and John be heading up there. So that means tonight is I'm going to put some wax on this bike, straighten out that oil filter situation, and just give it a little once over. That's about all I really think I need to do, but we never know. Kevin's actually on his way over here pretty soon. He's picking up the trailer from Wade, then he's going to load his bike, then head over here, and we're going to load that up. John's going to cruise by, drop off a bunch of stuff, I guess, because he's actually going to ride up, because he's going to be on that Dyna. So, should be an interesting little trip, but I still need to get ready. So, and if you're doing the math, yeah. I wasn't down here yesterday. Well, I was, because I've been riding that Road Glide every day, so, you know, because the truck's all smacked up. So I was down here, but not to work on the FXR. Ended up stopping the VFW on the way home. The beer there is pretty cold. Then I ate a burger, and that was my Wednesday. I'm not even a little bit mad about it. But now, I gotta do a little more work right now, so we're gonna get on that. All right, guys, this is what we're working with here. I'm a fan of the Meguiar's little setup for detailing stuff, wax, whatever. They got the three-part kit. They got the quick detailer. They got the tires. They got all that kind of stuff. It's cheap, but it works good. And I know people be like, oh man, you should buy what, I don't even know the expensive brands because I don't care. But right here, put a little stuff on there, protect the paint, that's all it's about. It's not about what you spend, it's about how you do it. And that's all there is to it, you know? So then we got some chrome polish for, you know, the chrome. I mean, it's in the title, right? So, and then after we do that, we'll put this guy back on there, which is probably my favorite detail to this motorcycle. The OG Pugliese Speed Shop sticker the kid made kind of gave us the idea to start the whole thing. So let's get to work. Alright, so this thing, it's got a good amount of wax on it anyway, just kind of brightening it up and taking out some swirls and whatnot from the dust and whatnot from just sitting for a while. So she's dried to a haze, we're gonna wash her off. Well, there you go, fellas. What do you think, huh? Quite the shine on her. Not bad for some 1991 original paint, you know? Got the chrome done up. Nice that came out. You can see all the little ribs in the ceiling because of how, I don't know. Oh man, I better block it up. I kid, you know? But yeah, we got it, she's all cleaned up, chrome's all done up, and the leaks are all fixed. If you notice, it's been sitting there a couple days. She's clean under there. Front tire is still leaking a little bit, and we're bringing a compressor with us because I'm not going to make it any worse when I don't got a tire machine. And one little thing. That little guy right there. Gotta get that snugged up. But other than that, yep. Alright guys, check her out. We got her all snugged up. Where's she going? Nowhere. So, oil filter's all taken care of. Let's see what else we got here. Madon, look at that shine, huh? Forget about it, right? So, I gotta throw the bag back on there because, you know, my registration and stuff's in there. It's probably a solid plan. Yep, so we got her snugged up. That's all done. Loctite, that's a good idea. And you know we're always talking about quality tools, right? So here's all these good wrenches I got, you know. They all fit too tight to get this job done. I say too tight on the bolt. I need a little bit of play, so Harbor Freight to the rescue. All right, guys, there you have it. Both FXRs loaded up, tied down, ready to go. So, I'm going to shoot up to the house, catch some sleep, and Kevin and John will be here in the morning, and we're heading out to Jersey. So, we're ending this video. The next one's starting right first thing in the morning. So, that being said, This video right now will be dropping at 3 o'clock Friday, tomorrow. And, so if you guys are up there in TROG, look for us. We'll be up there. Grab a beer, watch some races, check out some motorcycles, whatever, right? So if you're not there and you want to see what goes on, make sure you tune in next week. Because, like I said, we're filming the trip up and, some of the happenings up there. So make sure you tune in next week. You can see what's going down. Until then, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.